In the first game as well, we saw plenty of bowlers struggling with their line and direction with this wind. Seeing a Taylor's attacking intent. The square leg has been dropped back. Fine leg is back up in the ring. Second sweeper is third man in this first power play. Remember, for the first 6 overs. As Taylor flashes and misses. Extra bounce from Atif. Taylor looking to get on top, but the extra bounce, as I said, defeated him. It's been a good over so far from Atif. Adil. Yorker. Taylor's on the pads. He was looking for that leg by, but umpire says nothing doing. You would say it was a nervous attempt of a run. We've seen a lot of top players do that to distract the umpires from making a decision. Taylor would have known where he got hit on that ball. But umpire Vijay Mallela is one of the very top umpires of USA. He is officiating this tournament. Adil is not an easy customer to get away, particularly at the beginning of the spell. Fired up for this game. A swing and a miss for Taylor once again. All at sea in the first over. Adil Rana is all over him at this stage. Just the one wide in this over. Nothing off the bat. Once again, 2 straight. Taylor fails to get up contact. Throw at the bowler's end, hits the edge of the turf and goes away for some overthrows. Babua is not interested though. Just the 1 run to finish off. Taylor is off the mark. So 2 after the first over. Atlanta Fire. What's the username you're using? Are you Lincoln Park? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is not working? No, use Lincoln Park. यार तो दा वाला यूज करना लिंकिन पार्क Fani is going to take up the attack from the commentary box end. He had a 5er earlier in the tournament in one of the games. He's going to be bowling to Stephen Taylor. Short lifting, Taylor off the back foot. Pushes it back down the ground to the bowler. Taylor looking around. The early rain has gave way to some blue sky now. It's pretty windy, very pleasant. Taylor flays this through the offside, will pull up short in the heavy outfield. Good intent from Bobo on that occasion, was prepared to come back for the second run. From one of our games yesterday, we did watch that both of these opening batsmen, they were pretty reluctant to run fast and hard between the wickets, which we saw later in the innings when Koi had a partnership with Zain and Hassan. They really capitalized as this one is elegantly flicked away. Short fine leg was up in the ring and no chance for the fielder. So first boundary for Taylor. Funny, been guilty of drifting onto the pads of Taylor and who's had plenty of sighters from Atil in the first over. This time managed to get bat on it. 4 to Taylor. The total moves to 8 now. Atlanta Fire. It's funny, this time Taylor went for the big pull shot, went under his bat, didn't bounce as much as he was expecting it to. Taylor's looking very, very positive, but the bowling has been good so far. Full and straight this time, Fawny, excellent delivery. Taylor just brought the bat down in time. Salman, chair, get the chair. It's again through the onside, Taylor looking for couple. Babwa responds to the call. So couple more runs. That ends the second over now. So it's 11 for 2. 11 for no wicket after 2. Atlanta Fire. Stephen Taylor got off to a start here. Babwa hasn't faced many deliveries, if any, I think, for memory. I think, yeah. Babwa has watched from the non-strikers and the first 2 overs. And he'll get his chance to face his first delivery now against Adil Sardar, who's bowled. Well done. Well played. Adil getting ready from the far end. He's got a slip for Babwa. Babwa looking around at the onside field. Short fine leg is up in the ring. Full and straight. Babwa got his bat down on time. Babwa is a very experienced campaigner. He's a very, very familiar name on the US circuit. He's been part of many teams that has won titles, namely the US Open. He's, I think, most number of titles under his belt as a player. As this one, he's defending off the back foot. 10 for no wicket. Atlanta Fire. They have the strength and depth in their batting as we saw yesterday. Off the inside edge onto the pad. Big shot given. Well, umpire has made the decision. Babwa is not happy as the Florida Sunrisers celebrate. Umpire Abhi Ganguly has made that decision. As it hit from a naked eye, it felt like it was off the inside edge. But Babwa has been given out. He has to make the long walk back. He's dragging himself off the pitch. Not very happy. So The first wicket is down for Atlanta Fire. The skipper, Shazam Babwa, is dismissed without troubling the scorer. So 10 for 1, Atlanta Fire. We're into the third over. New man walking into the middle. Did Koi promoted up the order? No. As Asen, fresh from a half century yesterday, played beautifully. I thought he was the main man who rescued the innings yesterday after Atlanta Fire being down 70 for 5, I think, inside the 9 overs. So he's been promoted up the order. One change for Atlanta Fire. Vinod, after suffering that injury to his finger, is sitting it out today. He's been replaced by Salman. It's a fearsome blow, that one, which hit Vinod on the fingers. But Adil has got his tail up after dismissing Shazam Babwa. As this one, soft hands off the blocks very, very quickly, as and this was the feature of his innings yesterday as well. He ran very, very well between the wickets, and now having read the conditions well, I'm sure he knows what needs to be done today as well. Needs to push or drag along Taylor as well, who was very lethargic with his running yesterday. Taylor was used to playing in top class conditions, and this was a bit different yesterday. Heavy grass pulls up even your best shots along the ground, so you have to run your runs. We watch left-handed Taylor getting ready. Full toss, flicked, and that's gone all the way. It went flat, never left the ground for more than 3 or 4 feet, but it carried all the way. A freebie from Adil, and Taylor is too good a player to miss out on that. You should have died one-handed. Easy. Yeah, show me something, please. So, Taylor moves to 15 now. Atlanta Fire 17 for 1. Taylor has already hit a 4 and a 6. The deep square leg fielder has been moved behind square, so it's more like a backward square leg. It's Adil once again. Taylor right behind that. Good delivery from Adil. Good comeback. So 3 gone, 17 for 1 Atlanta Fire. It's a bowling change now coming up from the commentary box end. Skipper Sai has given up the wicket-keeping gloves, and he will bowl now. Sai. Sai did that yesterday as well. He starts off as a wicket-keeper and comes on to bowl first change. Hassan is on strike. Hassan looking to force it off the back foot. Once again, very strong wind here. See, in the first game, nearly blew our tent away here at the commentary box. That's been fixed now. As we watch one more time, Hassan looking to work it into the gaps on the onside. This time straight to the fielder. Sai is a very cunning bowler. He was very wily and intelligent when we saw him yesterday. Seems a very intelligent cricketer. As Hassan goes off the back foot, big appeal. And umpire shakes his head. Quicker through the ear this time from Sai. Skidded off the turf. In the air, out away from the outstretched hand of the short third man fielder. Hassan will run hard. That's one of his features. Very, very tame effort on the part of the short third man fielder. He just stuck his hand out in hope. Hassan got lucky on that occasion as Sai is wearing his pace cleverly. This time Hassan lets it go. Too wide though. Umpire Malela signals a wide. 20 now for 1. Atlanta Fire. As we watch Sai once again going through his overs quickly. This time a big shot and fingers gone up. Big wicket here, and Sai, the skipper, has got a very important breakthrough here for his team. The Florida Sunrisers are on top here. 2 top wickets are gone, and this time it's Hassan who makes the long walk back. He's only made 3 today. Atlanta Fire 20 for 2. The new batsman in is Antoine. He's the wicket keeper as well. Antoine is the one who I think hit the biggest. In fact, it's Zain who's come up to the middle. Zain is the one who had a wonderful partnership with Aston yesterday. He's coming off the back of that good innings. Once again, his feature was the running between the wickets as well. He made the running hard for the Chicago Lions fielders by his superb running. As this time he plays it with soft hands. That's the third over, and over number 4 has come to an end. 20 for 2 Atlanta Fire. Oh, I don't have the mic. Oh no. One less thing to worry about. Instead, they say if there somebody wants to see the score, they should watch the streaming. They get more views as well. Florida Sunrisers captain is ringing up changes. Adil has been replaced by Funny from the far end this time. Remember, Funny opened the bowling from the commentary box end. Just bowled the 1 over. Sai bowled the second over from this end, and Funny has been brought back into the attack. Adil bowled 2 overs. Quite impressive 2 overs. He got the wicket of Shazam Babwa, which some felt went off the inside edge. But these things happen. As glorious straight hit from Taylor, And it does hit the side screen at the far end. Beautiful straight bat from Taylor. He didn't try to hit it too hard. Just leant into that and it went all the way. It's the second boundary for Taylor to go with the 1-6 that he's hit already. 24 for 2. Atlanta Fire needs the class of Taylor today in this big game. Remember that Michigan Stars are already waiting in the championship game, awaiting the winners of this game. It's funny, I guess. Makes a good comeback, Funny, right on the money. Taylor defending. Taylor has done the bulk of the scoring. He scored 19. Baba was dismissed for a duck, and Essen didn't make many today. Taylor went for the pull. Funny is not a tall man. It didn't quite bounce as much as Taylor expected. Went under his bat. Funny's got a skiddy sort of action. Taylor walks away towards square leg. Just a couple of deep breaths. As skipper size ringing the changes in the field. The square leg fielder has been brought up in the ring. So short fine leg at 45. And the square leg fielder is just behind square. So you got a third man. And a long on. A slow delivery from Funny. Taylor with soft hands is able to rotate the strike. Taylor moves to 20 now. 25 for 2. Atlanta Fire looking to rebuild after the early losses. Right-handed Zan will be on strike against Funny. Remember, we're still inside the first power play. Quick chat between Taylor and Zan. It's a ring of fielders on the offside. Backward point, cover and mid-off. 4 fielders in the ring. As Zan is worked beautifully using his wrists. He's running hard, but it's only one. Good anticipation from the fielder down there at deep fine leg. It was an excellent use of the wrist from Zan. That was a straightish delivery. Worked it into the gaps. Zan is off the mark. Taylor's back on strike against Funny. Taylor squared up on that occasion, looking to play straight. Ball went off the thick outside edge to backward point. Good delivery from Funny. That finishes his over as well. So 5 gone. Atlanta Fire 26 for 2. Yesterday he did the same as well, and after that they did well. So. Where? What did he say? I look in this screen. How long? Sit down. Yeah. Side to continue his bowling from the commentary box end. He's got Zan. Remember, still one more over to go for the first power play as Zan smashes it straight to covers. Slight fumble, but no damage done. And this time plays it late, looking for that gap. Fielding's good so far. The Florida Sunrisers, their effort so far has been very disciplined, backed up by some good fielding. As Zan is once again looking to play it late and play it through the gap. It's a strong offside field. 5 fielders in the ring. A short third man, a backward point, cover and extra cover. This time it's punching straight. Taylor responds this time. Direct hit would have been interesting. Finally, Taylor is on strike against Sai. 27 for 2 Atlanta Fire. Looking to build some momentum. Couple of early losses have pegged them back. And also, the bowling and fielding has been good too. It's a peculiar looking field once again, as we got a pretty straight mid off, and long off is just over his right shoulder, almost. As Taylor went for the big sweep down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal as it runs down the hill on that side of the ground. Leg byes, umpire. 2 more runs to the total. Taylor remains on 20. The total goes to 29. It's a big game, a knockout game, and chasing the target won't be easy. As long as Atlanta Fire could get themselves a decent total with their bowling lineup, it could make for a very interesting game. As Taylor down on one knee once again, but finds the sweeper, and Taylor is gone. He could not believe what he's done just now, as finally he's decided to leave the arena. Taylor fell in the trap. The field was set, and a very, very good catch in the deep. So a big loss for Atlanta Fire. Steven Taylor, the USA national captain, makes his way back. He's gone for 20 now, and Atlanta Fire 29 for 3. Antoine is in the middle now, batting at number 5 for Atlanta Fire. Florida Sunrisers, they've been very good in the field. And Sai, as we've come to know since the beginning of this championship, is a very, very clever operator, a very thinking cricketer. Plotted the downfall of Steven Taylor. It's another bowling change from the top end. Ali is gonna take up the attack after Fani just bowled 1 over, I think, from that end. So, as I said, Sai is a very clever operator. He's ringing changes. Ali, and he bowled a good spell yesterday. We saw him in the first game of the championship here. Zan is on strike. Atlanta Fire after the power play, 29 for 3. As he's helped it along. There's no fielder at behind square on the onside, and that will reach the fans. A much needed boundary for Atlanta Fire. And Zan, fresh from a wonderful knock yesterday, is once again required to put up a performance for his team. Total moves to 33 for 3 now. Beer straying down to the leg side, and this is short as brilliantly fielded. Excellent fielding. Both the batsmen got in each other's way, but the knockdown from the fielder in cover took the ball slightly away from him, so the batsman could make it easily. Zan is the man once again who's trying to maneuver the ball into the gaps, trying to play risk-free cricket at this stage. Atlanta Fire has been guilty of going too hard too soon, especially in the case of Taylor. Runs are available in these conditions, but you got to work hard for your runs, especially you have to run hard as well. And that puts a lot of pressure on the fielding side if you're able to do that. Antoine on strike as he places this one into the gap. Zan is running hard, so is Antoine, but there's only one on that occasion. As another awkward throw lands on the turf and skids off. Wicketkeeper Ram was well backed up by the fielder. No damage done. 35 for 3. Once again looking for the gaps through the offside. Zan straight to the fielder. Zan looking to give himself some room against the left arm spinner and hit him through the offside. This time goes straight down the ground. Beautifully played. 36 now. Left hand, right hand combination could work well in favor of the Atlanta Fire. It's a lot of running around for the Florida Sunriser fielders as field keeps changing for the left-hander and right-hander. This is the end where Antoine hit a massive six yesterday, which landed other side of the road. Big, powerful hitter Antoine, but this time looking to place the ball. Got to wait for the umpire signal. He walks away and calls over, so 7 gone, 36 for 3. Antoine is the keeper. Remember, he hit all over the road yesterday. When good teams play, the game goes moving and it's not boring. Like the Chicago Lions were playing, they bowled today. They bowled 18 overs in 2 hours. Forget about today. Yesterday. First day was. Sai continuing his bowling. Zan once again turning his wrist, looking for the gap through the offside. Fielding is sharp from the Florida Sunrisers. When you keep taking wickets, it becomes a lot easier. Strong cut, that flew off the bat, really well timed. Zan has turned blind, but he's fast enough to make it easily. Comfortable too. Every time Zan has looked to hit off the back foot, that ball is flying off his bat. Excellent timing. Must have a good bat as this strengthened the field on the offside. Another fielder in the ring, short third man, point, cover, extra cover. All homing in tight to prevent the runs as Zan this time strides forward and thumps it down the ground for a single. Good bit of batting from Zan. As I said earlier, he's looking to play risk-free in this phase of the game. Try to take the innings deep with wickets in hand, like they did yesterday. There's plenty of depth in the batting for Atlanta Fire. 39 for 3. Left-handed Antoine on strike. He's got a sweeper, a deep cover on the offside. Flighted delivery. Antoine was looking for a big heave. Inside edge onto the pad. It may seem it was there for the taking. Just tried to hit it too hard, I guess. Antoine sweeping. Sweeper is a long, long way out. That's the largest part of the ground on that side of the ground. Atlanta Fire moves to 40 now for 3. It's mine. No, you took it. I gave it to you. 7.5 overs gone. 40. Sai Zan looking to use the feet. Another good delivery from Sai. Finishes off yet another over. 40 for 3. 8 overs gone. 40 for 3. Babaji want me to announce the score without the mic? Aisha. He took it from me. Mr. Chowdhury. Lost. Left arm spin of Ali Abir, bowling over the wicket to the left-handed Antoine. Long on, deep square leg, deep mid wicket. Soft hands, good call from Zan, nice and early. Throws to the bowler, Zan. Appealing for the run out, and Zan is quick enough to come back for the second. That's exceptional running from him. He's the one who made the calling, and Antoine responded well. Even the ricochet of the direct hit didn't go too far, but Zan was quick off the blocks once again. So 2 runs. Looking to put some impetus into this innings from Atlanta Fire, which is stuttering at this stage. The big guns of Atlanta Fire are already back in the hut, but he's a young and dynamic middle order. They're looking to put up a fight back against a very disciplined Florida Sunrisers team, it has to be said, led well by Sai, who's led from the front, as it's been an attempted monk cut or just a warning. Wow. Ali Abir letting Zan know that he's around. This one was in the air. Antoine was looking to pull the ball. May seem the ball got hurried on to him. Finished up at mid-on where he was looking to hit it square. .43 now. Atlanta Fire. Right-handed Zan on strike. Consistent lines and lengths from the Florida Sunrise bowlers, forcing Zan to play similar looking stroke each time. Once again through the offside. This time Zan finds the gap. Now the single. 4 runs off the over so far. Thank you. Another good over from Ali Abir. Atlanta Fire is just scoring a take over 5. As Antoine looking for the gap. Once again, brilliantly fielded. Good pressure applied by the Florida Sunrisers. The bowlers and the fielders, they're right on top of their game. Making Atlanta Fire work really hard for their runs. You feel something got to give here. It's Antoine once again looking to bludgeon the ball too hard, I think, off the inside edge. This time just a single. 5 of the over, 45 for 3 after 9 overs. 45 for 3 after 9 overs. 45 for 3. Maybe it will on. Restart. Side to Antoine. Antoine looking into the gap. And responding. 46 now. The Atlanta Fire innings, it may seem, has stalled a little. Still only we're into the 10th over, so that's a good hit. It may carry all the way. Yes, it does. Good use of the feet and a terrific connection from Zan. He's looking to break free now. Atlanta Fire brings up their 50 now, 52 for 3. Off the back foot, trying to force it through the offside field. Sai has good comeback on that occasion, pulled his length a little bit, flatted through the air. This time too flat, and Zan able to thump it straight down the ground towards long off. 53 for 3 now. 2 balls shy of the halfway stage. Antoine looking for the big drive. It's going down the hill, looking for 2, but just a single. Umpire signal. It beat everyone. So another run. 54 for 3. 1 ball shy of the halfway stage. Seems a very, very good contest at the moment between the two teams. Bad bounce, but put the body in line. Good bit of fielding once again. So 10 gone, 54 for 3. 54 for 3 after 10 overs. So at the halfway stage, Atlanta Fire 54 for 3. Very, very good contest. Just about whichever team keeps their nerves, as it's very evenly poised at this stage, with Florida Sunrisers got their noses in front, but still a long way to go in this game. As I said, whichever team can hold their nerves. and make a move at this stage would do well, because remember, the Michigan Stars are already waiting in the wings for the final, for the championship game. They won their semi-final earlier in the day. So Ali Abir, and this is a smash. What a magnificent blow from Antoine towards the longest part of the ground. That's almost a 90-meter hit from Antoine. Strong man and a terrific connection. Slightly short on that occasion from Abir, and Antoine was waiting for it. Smashed it into the car corner. The ball is still being retrieved at the moment. Yeah, very good point made. It is against the wind, so it was a massive blow. As I mentioned earlier, as soon as he came to bat, he's the man who hit the longest six of the tournament so far. So he's known for those big hits. For Atlanta Fire's sake, they would be hoping that this carries on for a fair few overs to put them ahead in the game, because up to that point, the Florida Sunrisers have been very good. We got the ball here, umpire. Throw it. No, 8, 10 over all balls. We got all balls. So it's the ball. Search is still going on. The umpires have got a used ball in their hands. I think it's been deemed good enough to carry on with. They're still looking for a couple of other balls, which has now been provided to them. Let's see if that's good enough. Atlanta Fire are now 60. Very good start to the over. The 11th over for Atlanta Fire. Antoine striking a huge blow. A hold up in play. As we've seen in the earlier games, some of the games they do drag along for some odd reasons, but that one is understandable. Otherwise, the flow of the game has been very good so far. Both the teams have kept the game running, which is very good for the viewers who are watching at home this broadcast. And also, we got a sprinkling of spectators down towards our left. You see these temporary stands being erected. A couple of them have been taken, and where the team's dugout and the tournament management is, that area is quite populated as well. As we watch the resumption of the game, Ali Abir gets another dot. This time Antoine looking to force through the offside. We got all mix of spectators. It may seem some of the locals have joined in, as it's another smash and another six. That's the second six of the over for Antoine. Abir guilty of bowling too short, and Antoine is just ready and waiting. Atlanta Fire could do with some of this big hitting from Antoine, as they're making a strong comeback. 12 of the over so far, 66 for 3. This time a quicker one, and Zan has called for a single. Antoine was off the back foot, but the calling was good, and the response was good as well. Good combination, good understanding between the two. 67 now for 3. Ali Abir coming under attack from Antoine in this over. Provided him with a couple of short deliveries, and Antoine took full toll of that. Stand shot for Zan. He didn't get the elevation that he was looking for, but end of another very good over for Atlanta Fire. 14 runs off it. Is it one ball to go still? Okay, even it can get even better. 68 for 3. Zan is batting on 20 and Antoine is batting on 20 as well. A nice little partnership here. Antoine was tempted with a flighted delivery, but he just placed it, and Zan is up and running. That's terrific piece of running. 16 off the over as 11 gone. Atlanta Fire 70 for 3. 70 for 3 after 11. Half of it got lost somewhere, but mm. Adil. 70 after 11 overs. Adil Sardar. Adil has been brought back into the attack, this time from the commentary box end. Antoine is batting on 22. Zan has got 20. Zan is on strike. The National Cricket League here at Lincoln Park in Wisconsin. And talking of cricket events, the biggest of them all, the ICC World Cup. The league stages has come to an end today, and surprising result, a big upset at the end. Australia losing to South Africa, which means that India will face New Zealand in the semi-final. As a beautiful straight bat shown by Zan. Another single, but Zan looks in control. And coming back to the World Cup, earlier in the day, India defeated Sri Lanka to finish top of the group, or top of the chart. And the hitman, Rohit Sharma, got his 500. Astonishing feat. But anybody who follows Rohit Sharma won't be surprised. That's the class of the man. So India will face New Zealand, and the old rivals England will face Australia in the second semi-final. As this one's off the pad from Adil, almost carried to the fielder at mid-wicket. We'll have to wait for the signal from the umpire. Yes, leg byes. I thought for a moment it came off the inside edge onto the pad and almost carried to the mid-wicket fielder. But the umpires thought otherwise. So just a single to Antoine. Adil has got good pace, and so far he's shown good discipline as well. Beautiful straight drive. Antoine looking for two. There's a slight fumble. If anything, probably that shot deserved the 2 runs, to say the least. One of the most aesthetically pleasing shots in cricket is the straight drive, presenting the full face of the bat. Went all along the ground. Zain is looking in great touch. He's moved to 23 now, 74 for 3. Guided it past backward point. He got a hand on it. It's a full Yorker wide from Adil, but Zain squeezed it out. 5 of the over so far. After those two big hits, the scoreboard has finally been moving for Atlanta Fire. It's pretty controlled effort so far from Florida Sunrisers. You have to give credit to them so far. They've held their own pretty well. Antoine looking for the big one as Adil was looking for the Yorker. Adil disappointed it wasn't on the target. Size keep making the changes, keeping the batsman on the toes as he moves to the offside now. He's patrolling mid-wicket before. This time it's quite wide and rightly signaled as such by the umpire. 76 now. Hit straight down the ground. A slight fumble as the fielder was trying to pick up with one hand. It's an elementary error. And his errors creeping into Florida Sunrisers game. The batsmen had no intention to go for the second, so 2 more runs to end the over. 12 gone, 78 for 3. 78 for 3. 12 gone. वो मेरा ही बैट कर रहा था डीजे. First change bowler. Is it funny? Funny? It's not funny though. Fani has been brought back into the attack. As very rightly pointed out by Halim Bhai that the Florida Sunrisers has so far only used 4 bowlers. And we're well into the 13th over. So they have to think about their 5th bowler. And whoever comes to bowl now will have to bowl through from one end. Because we're over number 13, so from the pavilion end, only 4 overs are left, and that has to be bowled by the fifth bowler. So unless Sai has got something else up his sleeves. They chased the target down yesterday when they were asked to chase 135. As Zan is walking into the stroke, past the outside edge. As we noticed earlier when Taylor was trying to hit out against Fawny. Fawny's a skiddy sort of bowler. It's very hard to get underneath him. Good contest here. Zan, who's quite set against Fawny. It's not Fawny. Fawny is a right-hander. Was he? 79 for 3 now. The belligerent Antoine is back on strike. As he's looking for the big one, a chance, and Fawny in his follow through stuck his hand out. It's unfortunate. That was a good attempt, but it just popped out of his hands. This could be a crucial miss. It's not very easy for the bowlers in their follow through as Antoine was winding up and swinging. Came right off the toe end of the bat. That probably deceived Fawny as well because it didn't come at a pace that he would have been expecting it to. But nonetheless, an opportunity is gone a begging. Off the outside edge of the bat. This time Phil's coming in, but he messed it up once again. In the swirling wind, he just couldn't get hold of it. And two chances in two deliveries for Antoine. And the high standards that Florida Sunrise have set is letting slip, and Antoine is benefiting. This time it's a full toss. Looking for a run. Direct hit would be curtains for Antoine, but once again, flirting with danger, Antoine. 3 balls in a row. He could have lost his wicket. 13 gone, 82 for 3. 82 for 3 after 13. 3. He was run out as well. We know the bowler name? So, so here's the much awaited fifth bowler, Swaroop. So the much-awaited fifth bowler is up in the operation now. He's bowling from the commentary box, and Swaroop. And it's good. Antoine is taking strike. Once again, his cloud cover has taken over. Antoine smashes it. And fielder comes around, and the bounce helped him pick up as that ball hit the edge of the turf once again. There was a chance of an overthrow. But one run to Antoine. He's looking good for plenty here at the moment. He's lucky to be still there though after the last over. Got dropped twice. Boy, when he does strike the ball, he looks very, very good. Zan is back on strike as the wind is getting cooler and cooler here. Our production team feeling the pinch. Good Yorker at pace. Zan was walking into the stroke. It went under his bat. Was lucky it went really close to the leg stump. Using the pace Zan, but finds the fielder. Swaroop got lucky on that occasion. Short fine leg was up in the ring, and a couple of yards either side of him could have been more runs for Zan, but he found the fielder. And you could tell the disappointment on Zan as well. He was aware that if he'd found the gap, he could have had more runs. 84 for 3 Atlanta Fire. Slow delivery. Antoine has got hold of that. All right. That's out of here. It's a dismissive blow from Antoine. Once again, it's a huge hit. It's almost about 90 meters, longest part of the ground. And the dugout of Atlanta Fire and the crowds here is up on their feet. Boy, this boy can hit the ball. He's shown in this league already. This time Swaroop went for the slower delivery, but it was in the arc for Antoine. And as they say, in the arc and out of the park. Under pressure now, Swaroop. Let's see what he's got this time for Antoine. The fielders who dropped him, they would be sweating at the moment if this continues for any length of time. And it has. Helped on his way. And that's gone all the way as well. Back-to-back sixes from Antoine. He's on fire at the moment. The innings is turning around on its head pretty quickly. The Atlanta Fire crowds are up on their feet. And the ground is set ablaze by Antoine's fireworks here at the Lincoln Park. And the good thing is for the Atlanta Fire fans, it ain't over yet. We're still into the 14th over and on the cusp of reaching the magical three figures. It's 96 now. And these games, these short format games can change very, very quickly. And a couple of good overs has really put Florida Sunrisers' earlier good work into jeopardy. They must be tense now as we watch once again. Hat-trick of sixes. This is the best of the lot. Straight bat over the car park onto the main road. And this is sensational hitting from Antoine. The 100 has been brought up by three magnificent sixes from Antoine. He moves to 46. And Atlanta Fire after 14, 102 for 3. 102 for 3. 14 overs gone. And the fifth bowler, the much awaited fifth bowler, went for 20 runs of his first over. And Bhagwant is the new bowler. Bhagwant Singh Saini. And this will be the test of the captaincy from Sai as well, who's been brilliant so far. But his fifth bowling option, the first of them, went for 20. Now he's come up with Bhagwant from the far end. Zan is on strike. Zan is still looking to play risk-free. Slight misunderstanding between the two, but this, the knockdown allowed Antoine to reach his crease. One hit away from a sensational 50 from Antoine. He's only faced, 25 deliveries for his 46 runs. And he'll be eyeing once again that onside boundary, as we got three sweepers on the onside, deep square leg, deep mid wicket and long on. But boy, if Antoine gets hold of it, none of them will be in business. We only needed to retrieve the ball from the road. We'll have to wait and see though. One big hit away from the 50, Antoine. Delicate through the gap. That's a beautiful shot. Went in the air but was away from the fielders. Antoine showing that he not only has the belligerent but also he has the touch. Just using the pace of the bowler on that occasion. Another fielding change. That gap has been plugged now. So there's no fielder saving a single in the ring on the onside. Antoine is maneuvering the field to his advantage. 48. Wide outside the off stump. Through the gap again. Good diving effort, but that will bring Antoine's 50. Terrific batting. And the crowds are up on their feet. It's another boundary to him, and that's 50 for Antoine.
Keep going, it's right, keep going. Stay till the end.
Antoine 52. That was a boundary.
Oh, that's boundary? Yeah.
Saini once again, and Antoine still looking for that gap despite that field being strengthened. Saini is looking to bowl wide outside the off stump. Is not allowing Antoine to free his arms and drag that ball onto the onside. 109 for 3. Again wide outside the off stump. Another fumble. Couple more runs to Antoine. Not with his big hits, but also his running is good as well. He moves to 54 now. 111 for 3. Right hand, left hand combination is playing havoc with the field placings. Wide outside the off stump, quicker. Umpire just walks in and calls it over. So 15 gone, 111 for 3. 111 for 3 after 15. Fifteen. So, which is your favorite team now?
Florida.
Your team is Florida?
No, no, he's from Florida. He's from no, no, भैया. कच्चों में कीमिया निकलो नहीं स्टार्टिंग. And he's also Florida.
I'm from Florida.
But conditions are not
What?
conditions are not good for Florida.
No.
You never know. It's not a biggest country. No, I know. We have watched the batting is good.
Three.
That's what you need to put a keep it in your technique. Three, two, you are out.
If you had Taylor, Babu, and Asson, so you would be gone today. So you don't need three, you need more. Especially against good bowling, you know.
More here than more advantage you have.
On the day, even one is enough to win a T20 match. On the day. Adil has been brought back into the attack. I think he's bowled 3 overs already. Bowled quite well.
Yeah, I never thought I am surprised. Will take a wicket, they will be gone. No, they have so many power hitters. Still hitters yet to come. Because I believe Gibran will go next. Gibran, Dyer, yes, I like that.
Zan is on strike. He's played another controlled innings. He's 27 of 30, but he's the one who's trying to anchor the innings. But with 5 overs go and plenty of wickets in hand, he can also hit out, but we'll have to see. Adil has been very impressive so far. Once again, looking for that full length, not allowing Zan any length to get underneath and hit the big ones.
It's great because even he has power. There is so many gaps. There is so many gaps. Plus he attempts to bowl. Is there some pressure?
That's a beautiful shot from Zan. He squeezed that one out away from the fielder at backward point. A beautiful boundary. And Zan is joining in on the act now, having took his team out of trouble. Now looking to go on the attack. He moves to 31 and Atlanta Fire 115 for 3. A massive blow! Wow! What a stroke that was! It came out of nowhere as Zan moved inside the line and hoiked Rana over backward square leg. Terrific blow from Zan, as I just said after the last boundary. He's joining in the fun. So 10 of 2 deliveries for him in this over. And Atlanta Fire has really put the foot on the pedal right now. Remember, they scored 189 yesterday against the Chicago Lions, but this Florida bowling had been much better. But Atlanta is playing even better. Another smashing drive through the covers, this time all along the ground. That ball pings off his bat, and he's looking to hit through the offside, both on front foot and back foot. A couple of very handsome runs. Even the impressive Adil seems to be failing at the moment to stem the flow of the runs. This is the nature of this short format. Once you get on top, things change very quickly. Another blow, it's behind square this time, straight to the sweeper. 13 of the over so far in this Adil over. One delivery to go. 124 Atlanta Fire. No matter what happens from here, Atlanta Fire would be posting a very competitive total. Though good last overs could really take the game away from Florida Sunrisers. As a short lifting delivery from Adil showing some anger. And Antoine was too late on that. Good end to the over, but 13 of the over, 16 gone, 124 for 3. 124 for 3. 16 overs gone. Look at me. Now this is. I thought this was me too. Bhagwan Singh Sani for his second over. Antoine is back on strike. He's batting on 54. Zan is batting on 40. What a wonderful partnership this has been. Atlanta Fire, after a tricky start, were looking for something like this, and Florida Sunrisers made it very hard for them. But this time Zan has to walk back as Sani has made the breakthrough. And you could tell by the celebrations that Florida Sunrisers were badly in need of that. And Sani has provided them with that. But Zan walks back to a terrific knock. Gone for 40. And Atlanta Sunrise 124 for 4. Coy has made it to the middle, fresh from a terrific performance yesterday as well. He's coming back on the back of the 95 runs partnership for the fourth wicket, which turned this game on its head in favor of Atlanta Fire between Zan and Antoine. Zan's contribution was 40 runs, valuable knock for him. Back-to-back sterling performances from him in this National Cricket League. Remember, this is the second semi-final, and the winning team will join the Michigan Stars for tomorrow's big championship game. That will come your way from 11 o'clock in the morning here from Lincoln Park in Wisconsin. Michigan Stars was earlier propelled to victory by former Bangladesh great Abdul Razak, who took 5 for 13 in 4 overs. He was declared the man of the match of the first semi-final. As Saini has got Coy in his sights. Coy looking to hit it through the offside. Another dot. We've seen many a times that one thing that stems the flow of the runs is fall of wickets, and Saini has given his team that wicket and followed up with a couple more dots. So it's been a good over so far from Saini. Coy looking to pierce a very thickly populated offside field. as he went for the big heave off the top edge. That will run to the third man fence. Koi is quite quick as well. Makes it comfortably back for the 2 runs. He got lucky on that occasion. Bar has been signaled. I thought it went off the top edge, but probably it flew off the gloves of the keeper. Still 2 runs to the total, 126. Coes looking to find the gap. Superb bit of fielding at backward point. Excellent effort out there. Vijay is the fielder. He's the opening bat. One of the very good batsmen that we've seen in this competition. Helping his bowler out. That means that left-handed Antoine is back on strike, batting on 54. He hasn't seen much of the strike since reaching that 50 and hitting Swaroop for 3 sixes. So he's back on now, 127 for 4. One ball shy of 17 overs. Once again eyeing that onside field. But Sani, who's been bowling wide to him, again follows his plan. Good execution from Sani, restricting Antoine to just a single. That ends the over. 128 for 4 after 17. 128 for 4 after 17. What? Score क्यों नहीं बना? 3 more overs.
No, but if Dhoni bowls this one, if you
Then Sani will bowl from the other end, and then Swaroop will be back.
no, but Swarup or Ali will bowl.
Ali hasn't bowled yet. Okay, Ali will finish, I think. Depending.
Let's see. Which one? The captain finished it. Captain finished it till about in first. And went. I know, but
Another change in bowling as Funny has been brought back. He's bowled 3 overs. So he's bowling his final over with 2 overs left. Of the top 4, Ali Abir has got 1 over left, and probably Sani will finish off as Antoine once again winds up. At this time, inside edge onto the turf. 1 run. And Ko is back on strike. 17 deliveries left in the innings. Atlanta 129.
that should have been the score of the score.
Would be very disappointed if they finish anything less than 155 or 160 with wickets in hand. Ko is looking to dab the ball. Ko showed yesterday that he can accumulate runs. Once again, he did. Running between the wicket was his strength as well, and he put a partnership when there were more than 11 overs remaining at that stage. But with 3 overs to go, or in fact, as a matter of fact, 2 overs and 4 deliveries to go, his job is completely different here. But he's doing the right thing, giving strike to Antoine. Antoine went for the big heave, short pitch delivery from Fonny. Got too big on Antoine. Leg by is the signal from the umpire. It'll be interesting to see. I think he got hit on the arm somewhere as he was winding up. He's got this massive big backlift when he's looking for a big hit.
Good morning, Captain. This batsman is not.
Both the fielders, third man and fine leg, are up in the ring. Slow delivery, intelligent bowling from Fani. He's carrying on from the good form that he showed yesterday. And there's a little conference between Coy and Antoine. This has been a very good over so far from Fani. It's 131 the total. Another good delivery, full pitch, went under the bat of Coy. He was lucky. Went perilously close to the stumps as well. Fani's excellent, executing his skills pretty well at the back end of this innings. And Fani once again to Coy. This time he got hold of it, mid-off, coming around. It's Vijay, I think. Good running though. Antoine was quick off the blocks. And second run on the arm, but still a fantastic over from Fani has come to an end. 18 gone, 133 for 4. 133 for 4 after 18. I need to go pee, man. Antoine hasn't seen much of the strike, and when he has, Saini has been bowling wide outside the off stump to him, so we haven't seen those big hits for a couple of overs. And this is what Florida Sunrisers would be hoping, that to tame Antoine, and Saini has done a wonderful job so far in his spell. At one stage, when Antoine was hitting Swaroop for 3 consecutive sixes, Sunrisers was looking down the barrel, but Saini has tamed him. He has to come back with some more options here, Antoine. This time it's in the arc, away from the fielder though. Coy is quick enough, he'll come back for the second, no problem at all. 2 more runs to Antoine. So the total is now 135. Watch the backward third man. I think Saini is going to fire that outside the off stump because he's got a sweeper down back for that stroke. And this time the keeper misses and it's a wide ball. It won't go to the fence though, but still a couple more runs for Antoine. He's on strike, so 3 runs of this delivery. It takes the total to 138. The breeze has once again picked up. It's quite chilly right now. It's quite a change from yesterday at this time of the day where it was quite hot and humid. People looking for cover from sunshine. And now we see all the spectators wrapped up as bang! This has gone all the way over extra cover. This man has got some power. Not the easiest shot in the book, but Antoine, with the power of the man, he's cleared that fence. This is a magnificent display of power hitting from Antoine. 66 Antoine is on, and the total is 144 for 4 now. Sani, who's done such a wonderful job so far in the last couple of deliveries, has conceded 9 runs. One was incidentally wide, so 9 of his last delivery is tamed. This is another big hit from Antoine, but fielder came around. Second runs on the arm. It's a very long underarm throw as Coy has run him ragged once again. 3 more runs to Antoine. 3 runs to Antoine. He moves to 69. Antoine is on non-striker end though, which the Florida Sunrisers at this stage wouldn't mind. But Coy is so quick between the wickets, as he's shown yesterday as well. He's game for anything and capitalizes on a small little mistakes on this big field. As this time he joins in on the act. Just single though, finds the sweeper on the fine leg. Coy once again looking for 2. This time the backing up was good. So 19 gone, or is it 1 ball to go? 148, Antoine on strike. Now the field has been moved. Fielder at square leg with the weaker arm has been brought into the ring. What a change in weather as well here in Wisconsin. It's very, very cold now. As this is in the air. It's with the wind though. It's taking all the way away from the fielder. Antoine has been helped here by the winds, and Coy will easily come for the third. He's actually looking. Coy. Oh wow, this is going to be. Coy's looking for the 5th run. There's no one on the stumps. Direct hit, but Coy has come back. What running from Coy. He's helped 5 runs of this delivery. All run. 5 runs from Coy, and look at Antoine at the non-striker end. He's just down on his knees. He's all worn out. But Coy, he hasn't had any effect. He's still pacing around as if he's a boxer pacing in the ring. But Antoine is worn out.
Forget
153 now. I think 19 overs gone now, and 153 for 4. 153 for 4. 153 for 4. 153 for 4. 1 over to go. Is it Swaroop? Wow, we've been praising Sai all day for his captaincy. I think he's got his count wrong here, as Vignesh has been given the responsibility to bowl the final over of the innings. He hasn't bowled at all. We didn't see him in the first game bowling here as well, so not an easy task at all bowling against Antoine, who is really smashing it hard. 74 of just 43 deliveries. Went for the Yorker, full bludgeon blow. Coy is looking to come for the second. Slight fumble. And easy 2. Coy is a little jack in the box. You can't keep him quiet. This is exactly what he done to the Chicago Lions fielders yesterday. run him ragged, and he's doing exactly the same. 76 for Antoine. Looking for the big heave off the pad, I think. This time, Antoine not game for the second. Leg by signaled. Still stays on 76. He had a chance of hitting four sixes to get to his 100, but now he's stuck at the non-striker end. Halim Bhai is the most optimistic of the fans, expecting a no ball and a free hit. Well, you would no ball and a single, and then Antoine on strike for the free hit. But what happens is another dot, a swing and a miss from Coy. You have to say that under the fire, the Florida Sunrisers, they have kept their discipline to a certain extent, and not a single no ball in the entire innings, and not many wides either. They have been odd wide, but considering the pressure they've been put under, they've held their own. But to beat a team like Atlanta Fire, they have to be at their very best in all departments. As round the wicket, Vignesh Coy stand and deliver, and watches and admires his blow as it went over the trees for another six. He's a little pocket-sized dynamo. Just his impressions after, as soon as he's made the connection, he was just standing there and admiring his blow. He had absolutely no doubt that he's hit it for six. 162 for four with two deliveries to go. Oh, Coy's knocked over. Well bowled by Vignesh. Excellent comeback from him. As I've been saying, that the Florida Sunrisers have kept their wits about despite the heavy fire that they've come under from the Atlanta Fire batsmen. But Coy lost his wicket in the cause with one delivery to go. 162 for 5 Atlanta Fire. Well, Gibran has made it to the middle. Another big hitter, but he's got only one go because this is the final delivery of the innings. Here we go. Good Yorker. And Gibran has run a by. I think we'll have to wait for the umpire signal. But a good comeback from Vignesh. And the innings has ended at Atlanta Fire 163 for 5 after their 20 overs. Splendid unbeaten knock of 74 or 76 from Antoine, ably supported by Zain, who made a run a ball 40. Fantastic effort from these two in the middle of the innings to rescue the innings for Atlanta Fire. As for the bowling lineup of California Sunrisers, Adil got one wicket, but the best of the lot was Shai, the skipper, who took two wickets for 15 runs off his four overs, and he also captained the side pretty well. They were generally very good in the field as well, apart from that one drop of Antoine, which really hurt them badly. But we're set up for an exciting run chase. Sunrisers batting is quite formidable against the very explosive and fiery bowling lineup of Atlanta Fire. So as the teams change over, we'll take a short break here and we'll be right back with the run chase. I did summarize. Go through the innings. This is old fashioned way we
అటు తిరిగి ఆడాడు చేస్తున్నాడు అవుట్ యాక్చువల్లీ వికెట్ కీపర్ కూడా అటు తిరిగి ఉన్నాడు అటు పట్టుకుని కొట్టేసింటే అయిపోయింది గుడ్ గేమ్ ఏది అది అది అదే అదే వాడి బ్యాట్ తగిలి వచ్చింది ఇటు అది తెలియదు వాడు పట్టుకోకుండా వాడి బ్యాట్ తగిలింది అంటున్నాడు బాల్ ఏం డెడ్ కాదు వాడి బ్యాట్ తగిలి ఫోర్ వెళ్తే ఫోరే they have good batting also. No, the way they bowled and fielded. So we'll keep this ball. Yeah. Just in case I have the new ball in my pocket. తొందరగా కొట్టేస్తే తొందరగా కొట్టాలి లేకపోతే తొందరగా కొట్టేపోవాలి సూపర్ గేమ్ అవుతుంది యా ఇది ఫైనల్ అవ్వాలి ఇది ఫైనల్ అవ్వాల్సింది యా వాళ్ళు నరికేస్తారు మిషిగన్ ఏ టీం అయినా వాళ్ళు వీళ్ళిద్దరిలో ఎవరు వెళ్ళినా మిషిగన్ ఓడిపోయింది డెఫినెట్లీ వాళ్ళు బౌలింగ్ వేసేటప్పుడు ఖచ్చితంగా 2.5 గంటలు అవుద్ది అది పక్కా వన్ సైడెడ్ ఫైనల్ వీళ్ళు ఆడుకుంటూ పాడుకుంటూ ఆడతారు ఇదే ఇంటెన్సిటీతో ఆడాలి అవతల టీం కరెక్ట్ మంచి టీం అయితేనే ఇట్లా ఇంటెన్స్ ఉంటుంది గేమ్ వీళ్ళు కూడా సరిగ్గా ఫీల్డింగ్ అంటే ఈ గేమ్లో మేము చూడు ఎలర్ట్గా ఉన్నాం మిగతా గేమ్ డల్గా స్లో ఆడేంది ఫస్ట్ రోడ్ ఎల్బిడబ్ల్యూ ఇవ్వగానే ఆడు అట్లా చూసాడు బ్యాట్ తగిలింది చూసి ఉండరు మన వాళ్ళు ఎప్పుడు అవి అని చెప్పుడు
Since when it was off? I didn't even realize.
Just now.
5 gone, 38 for 2. 38 for 2 after 5. After 5. I can say it twice. It doesn't cost me anything.
Looks like Taylor.
You got to do your scoring quickly now. Taylor goes bang, 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 bang. Unless you hit him. Hmm. It's a bowling change from the commentary box end. Stephen Taylor is onto the bowling crease. He's bowling round the wicket to the left-handed Vignesh. Starts off with a full toss. The square leg is deep, attacking the ball. It's a good throw right beside the stumps, but the batting, the running was good. Calling was decisive and made it comfortably in the end. Is a long way out on there. Taylor's make a point if the sweeper needs to be 5 yards inside the fence. But couple of runs for Vignesh. Quicker delivery, big shot, and the finger's gone up. Another big wicket, and Taylor has got the breakthrough. The left-hander Vignesh got the edge. After a slight fumble, Antoine took the catch. He seems to do nothing wrong today as he's contributed to a big wicket of Vignesh. So this chase is started to stutter along now. Vignesh makes the way back, 40 for 3. So Ram is the new man in at the fall of Vignesh's wicket. So both the right-handers on the crease now in the middle. And that will make life a bit easier for the fielding side as it always does. Taylor, immaculate line and length. One more thing Taylor does is goes through his overs very, very quickly. Doesn't give the batsman much time to think about it. 40 for 3. It's looking for a leg by the non-striker Swarup, but Ram says nothing doing. It's again looking for the pull. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal here. Leg by. 41 for 3. We're into the sixth over, one ball shy of the first power play. Florida Sunrisers in need of a partnership here. It's been placed nicely, but fielding is good, and that's the end of the sixth over. 41 for 3. 41 for 3 after 6. What's that? Are they? Okay. I'll I'll give a shout out to them. I can give shout out. Who's that?
His wife
Dar is getting ready to start another over. I hope you're enjoying this live telecast from Lincoln Park here in Wisconsin. And I know some of our audience is watching us from London. Jubair, Kantar, Eva, Arib, and Akib, you all watching from London. We hope you're enjoying the pictures from Wisconsin and hope you're enjoying the British summer as well. Finally, the British summer has arrived for you guys after all this rain. So we got plenty of sunshine here. If you want to come along, you're more than welcome. As we watch another single to the offside, and Dyer is very impressive. That's the power of digital media, this live broadcast. And Atlanta Fire in this match is right on top at the moment as Florida Sunrisers are trying to chase that down. You'd have to say Atlanta Fire on the field has looked the best side of this competition and off the field as well, as they're very helpful in the organization. As we watch another couple towards the onside, the franchise owner of Atlanta Fire, Mr. Hassan Tariq, the manager Abid Noor, and the official assistant manager, Mr. Halim Ahmed. They're all here, and it's a very, very professional outfit, and they're doing a great job with this team, Atlanta Fire. And as I personally watched them win two competitions in the last couple of months, as we watched Dyer really pitches this in his half and it let it fly. Good take by Antoine. So a big thumbs up for the management of Atlanta Fire for putting up such a wonderful effort here. As Florida Sunrisers, as I've been mentioning, they're in need of some partnership. Won't be easy in the face of some hostile bowling from Dyer, as he's making the batsman hopping around looking for one. Babwa covered the ground and caused the indecision. Talking of Atlanta Fire's management, we got Mr. Khalid Munir as the Florida Sunrisers manager. He's been an ever present as well. Very, very nice guy and a very, very helpful in organizing the events here, as it's not easy here, but certainly it's the support of this type of people that has made this event possible. As we watch another short lifting delivery, Swaroop looks around to the square leg umpire, but it has been given no ball, so I'm not sure if the square leg umpire has prompted that or it was a foot fault. But in any case, it's going to be a free hit. Some respite for the Florida Sunrisers batsmen. And as we've seen many times, these free hits can sometimes kickstart a phase of momentum shift from one team to the other team. Let's see if Swaroop can get bat to ball and get some runs against Dyer. Another short lifting delivery, another no ball. Swaroop is a short man and Dyer is hand on hips, looking perplexed. So another free hit coming. Dyer would have to change his game plan apparently, because he's been called for no ball for two bouncers, two lifting deliveries. And under normal circumstances, he's allowed one bouncer per batsman anyway, so it'll be interesting what lengths Dyer decide to bowl on this occasion. Length still lifting. Antoine took that ball well above his waist, standing almost 30 yards back from the wickets. That's pacey from Dyer. There's a buzz in the field from Atlanta Fire boys, and there's some excitement in the Florida Sunrisers dugout as well. It's a great atmosphere here, and it's a wonderful contest. Looking for a response from Florida Sunrisers as Swaroop gets himself to a single, inching close to 50. Now 6.5 gone, 48 for 3. Another swing and a miss. Good pacey delivery from Dyer. He has a word with the batsman as well. It's not easy. Here it's over. We can just tell him, but we can't force him. So come back. Let him bowl. He can't do nothing. It's a little fuss about the count of the deliveries. Everybody forgetting in the process that there are umpires who are doing this, so no one else needs to get involved in that. Now the lifting delivery, beautifully played. Coy's chasing that ball. Diving save at the fence. Terrific work from Coy. A certain 2 runs have been saved for his team, so 7 gone, 50 for 3. 50 for 3 after 7.
One two dot one white dot two no ball dot one two. No, after white, see. Let's see. He said one two dot white. Yeah, yeah. I can dot two no ball dot one two. হ্যালো অবস্থা খুব ভালো না খারাপ খারাপ আমাদের টিম তো করছে 163 বেশি রান করেনি ওরা এখন 50 ফর 3 7 ওভারে সৌরভ তুমি দেখতেছো না সৌরভের সাথে আচ্ছা আচ্ছা ঠিক আছে না এটা তো ঠিক আছে শ্রীলঙ্কার সাথে যে জিতবে আরে কেমনি জিতে টিম নেই ইন্ডিয়া অনেক বেটার মালিঙ্গা শুরু ওকে তো ঠিক আছে চল দিনে পরে আরে বাবা তুই উল্টা কথা কেউ না তখন রাখো
Taylor from the pavilion end, looking for that full length. Swaroop and Ram looking to build a partnership, looking to exactly the same thing which Antoine and Zan did for the Atlanta Fire. The similar stage of the innings. Sweet looking shot, just a little chip, but carried almost all the way to the long off fielder. The run rate at this stage is not too bad. It's just the fall of wickets and the strength and depth in the batting lineup of Florida Sunrisers that we're not aware of at the moment, but they've done well so far in this tournament, reaching this far. I'm sure they're still able to put up a very good fight as Ram and Swaroop are trying. Taylor once again going through his over pretty quickly. 8 gone, 56 for 3. 56 for 3 after 8. Atlanta Fire were 54 after 10 and 3 wickets down. Eight, wow. Wonderful atmosphere here at the Lincoln Park in Wisconsin. The music is thumping and we got a great game of cricket on our hands. And if we look at the comparative totals of Atlanta Fire at this stage, they were 40 for 3 after 8 overs, and the Sunrisers are 56 for 3. So they're well ahead at this stage, but you have to take into the account the belligerent hitting that followed after that from Antoine, especially hitting 3 consecutive sixes in 1 over. As Gibran has been launched into the offside, almost a tennis shot as this one was dug half into Gibran's half, and a boundary to start off. So welcome to the bowling crease for him. It was an extraordinary shot because this was lifting, but he got enough bat on it to get it over the covers for 4 runs. 60 for 3 now. The Florida Sunrisers. Gibran bowled a decent spell yesterday. He's quite pacey, could be erratic at times, but his spell would be vitally important here. Short lifting on the body. Makes the batsman hop around, but single is the result. There is a semblance of fight here from Florida Sunrisers. They are looking to take this game deep, and as it gets closer, funny things happen in cricket, especially in a knockout game. Pressure also does play a part. This time, Babwa swoops in. Good early call by the batsman. Swaroop. He looks very organized. Looks a good player. He only briefly batted in the first game of the tournament here before the Florida Sunrisers achieved their target. Beautiful delivery from Gibran. Superb delivery, and Swaroop was lunging forward, got beaten. Too much bounce for Gibran as it went over the stumps. Gibran running up the hill. Had a little bit of trouble yesterday as well with his run up. I could see it happening today as well, but he's trying to battle it through, as this one he's lost it completely. Wide given. So another run to the total. 61. Once again, Bob got in the way. They both got 99 shirt
No, 90.
today. And yes, beg your pardon, it was Taylor. Taylor is wearing shirt number 90 today, and Bob is 99. Once again, Gibran. This time, nobody's taking any chances with Taylor. As Gibran has made a good finish to the over after being hit for 4 for the first delivery. So 9 gone, 62 for 3. Right score?
Yes.
62 for 3 after 9. 102 in 11.
That's for ball 3 and that hit the left knee was
Hey, him, if you can just between the balls. Right between the balls. Six family.
caught.
There's a bowling change from the pavilion end as Coys come into the attack. Yes. Once again, dot delivery, left arm spin. As we watch the Atlanta Fire manager, Abid Noor. Little dab through the offside. Good stop, but single has been taken, so one more run to the total. 63 for 3. We're into the 10th over, and Halim Bhai would tell us that after the 10 overs, I think Atlanta were 54. We'll double check with him during the over as single down to deep extra cover. Atlanta Fire have got the spring in their stride. If this partnership goes for any length of time, the pressure will build. Now the massive six. This is over our commentary box and 10 yards over the fence. Magnificent blow. Flighted delivery from Coy, and Ram did get good hold of it, and as at one time it was coming straight towards us, ended up over our head. Bang, once again, this time along the ground, off the thick inside edge. So the fight has been carried by Ram and Swaroop. The required run rate, the required target is below 100 now. Psychological boost as he wants for the cut. Swaroop misses. End of the over from Koi. 10 gone, 71 for 3. 71 for 3 after 10 overs.
Atlanta has 54 for
64.
54.
Halfway stage, Florida Sunrisers 71 for 3. And at the same stage, Atlanta were 56 for 3. So at this stage of the game, Florida Sunrisers are ahead. But as we've seen one of the most extraordinary innings from Antoine, that act remains to be followed if Somebody from Florida Sunrisers can do half the job that Antoine had done earlier. They would be in with a shout. Partnerships are crucial in any form of the game. Gibran, that flies through down the leg side, pacey delivery but misdirected. Short pitch delivery. Umpire has given it a wide. Gibran looking to pitch the ball in his half. Now the long off fielder is going back. The fine leg has been brought up in the ring. That's a signal that Gibran will be looking for a fuller length now. He has the protection down the ground. He read it. The batsman read it, but Gibran was the length in line was quite good. Big swing and a miss. A bit unnecessary from Ram. I think he's got a bit of a start. He needs to carry on. The field in the ring is set deep at the 30-yard circle, so there's plenty of singles still available if you can get the ball away for big hits. But on that occasion, pushed it straight back to Gibran after the two wides. He's made a good comeback. But the closer this game gets, it will become more nerve jangling. If Florida Sunrisers could keep the wickets in hand. This one is pushed into the gap on the onside. Direct hit at the non-striker's end. Would have been interesting, but not to be. That's the urgency that both these batsmen are showing, which is good to see. If you can't get the big shots away, just make sure you rotate the strike. Keep the fielders on the toes. And keep the partnership going. Stuttering run up once again from Gibran, but he got away with a short and wide. Swaroop will be disappointed. He would have felt that there was an opportunity. One thing since we've seen yesterday as well, the extra bounce. So on that occasion, Swaroop also flayed under the ball and the extra bounce because Gibran is quite tall and he bowls from a very high arm action. So once again, nice delivery from Gibran. Baba is looking to shy, just threatened to shy, never did. Hurried the batsman though, but sure that they don't mind giving away a single at this stage. This has been a good over so far from Gibran. Any over without a boundary at this stage will be a good over. He just needs to finish it off strongly. Whereas Ram, who's on strike, will be looking to make use of the last delivery to make this over worthwhile for their team. It has been flayed through the covers, but the field is well set. Straight at sweeper cover. A single to end the over. 76 now for 3. 76 for 3. 76 for 3 after 11. 9 overs to go, and 88 runs to win. Almost at 10 and over. We know this is a funny game. It changes very quickly with wickets and in hand and a partnership going, as this one has been slogged into the onside. Hassan makes ground very, very quickly. That's good outfielding from Hassan. Swaroop is on strike this time. This umpire has been bowler has been stopped in his tracks by skipper Balbo, who's still not happy with the field. Coy looking to keep that ball wide outside the off stump, making the batsman to drag it onto the onside. He's got good protection square of the wicket on the offside. Big blow. Will it carry to long off? Just fell short. Slight fumble, but no damage done. Bit of panic in the field from Atlanta Fire. The throw was wide, and wicketkeeper Antoine was scurrying to prevent the overthrows, which he did. Quicker delivery this time is too wide, and given as such, as Ram was trying to advance at Koi, he saw it and threw it wider, but Ram just stopped himself. Big blow. Will it carry to the fielder? Yes, it does. Plummer underneath that one. Takes it comfortably. And that's the breakthrough that Atlanta Fire needed. And Ram, who's been hitting the ball quite crisply, this time is holed out to the deep. So, fourth wicket down. And Florida Sunrisers now 79 for 4.
Imran got 21. Swaroop got 11.
The new batsman is
London, white, white, navy and captain white. Exercising, hit checkings. Who's the batsman? Adil Sardar.
Adil Sardar is the new batsman. He's walked to the middle, but the batsman had crossed whilst that ball was in the air. And Swaroop is on strike. Short and wide from Coy, but he's got field set. Another awkward throw for the keeper. He does well to prevent any overthrows.
Jersey number 1. Swaroop jersey number 01. That's fun.
Now the wide delivery straight to Babwa this time. Finishes off with a couple of dots after the wicket. Coy, so 79 for 4 after 12 overs. 79 for 4 after 12. 21. 84 remaining of. Ah, well, at this stage of the innings, 12 overs bowled. You have to say Babwa knows what he's doing. He's got all his bowlers having bowled 2 overs each, 6 bowlers used. And one more thing, I don't know if our camera person will be able to show it to you. We got Rana or Adil Sardar batting. He's got jersey number 1. And on the other end, Swarup, he's batting. He's got jersey number 01. As you can see, Rana's back shows jersey number 1. And we'll show you in a minute when Swarup comes on strike. He's got 0-1 as we watch Gibran angling across the left-hander, given as wide. Gibran showed his displeasure at umpire's call, but as we all know, it's always a final call. So 1 run to the total. 80 for 4. Another 84 runs required. Another wide, even wider. This time no complaints from Gibran. Struggling up the hill. We've seen that yesterday as well. I don't know if Babwa would notice that and try him from the commentary box end. But I'm sure with this stiff chase, the Sunrisers, they won't be complaining for any extra runs given to them by the Atlanta Fire. In the air, in the gap to third man, looking for 2. Adil, but Swaroop raises his hand, apologizes. We've seen in a couple of days, if you're prepared to run positively and run hard, these type of runs you can make it if you go for it immediately. You have to look no further than the first game where we saw Vijay and Vignesh set the tone. They ran really hard between the wickets, made that run chase of 135 very, very easy. Oh, Taylor got defeated by the spin on the ball. Got wrong footed. 1 run to the total. Swaroop moves to 12 now. And it's 83 for 4. I think time is coming where Florida Sunrisers would require a couple of big overs to put this chase back on track. The run rate is rising all the time. It's once again a quick single, a fumble in the 30-yard ring from Atlanta Fire, but as I said, if you commit to it immediately, it's a lot easier. So 84 for 4. It's another gust of wind is threatening to blow our commentary box away. As this one, Gibran goes past the edge. One of our cameras has just flipped over once again. Many a times today we've seen this gust of wind. Gibran, despite his troubles with his run up the hill, hasn't gone for many. He's got 2 more deliveries to go in this over. Would like to finish strongly. Swaroop pulled it away. Square leg is deep. Attacks the ball. Good bit of deep fielding from Atlanta Fire. It's coming to a stage where they won't mind giving away singles. As long as there's no boundaries hit, they can consider Any over without a boundary, a good over. 7 overs to go after that, and 79 more runs needed. Looking to dab it, looking for a quick run, but not there. Good over from Gibran has come to an end. 85 for 4 after 13 overs. 85 for 4 after 13 overs. Shazam Babwa is the new bowler. The experience of Babwa will be looking to put a squeeze on, where Swaroop may consider this as an opportunity as he's launched this one, and this he's gone almost 30 yards over the fence, over the trees. Magnificent blow from Swaroop, and probably that's the moment he was waiting for. Game on here at Lincoln Park. Babwa has gone for 21 runs of his 2.1 overs as he decided to go round the wicket. Down the leg side, good keeping from Antoine, but another extra run. This chase is getting tighter and tighter. Swaroop, who took his time, had a handy partnership with Ram earlier on, and now he's got Adil for company. As Babwa has moved fielder on to the onside in the 30-yard ring, goes back over the wicket once again, looking for a big one. Swaroop once again, this time misses. Helped it on its way. Deep square leg is there. Hirsch, left-handed. Adil is on strike as Gibran has been sent to deep backward square leg, I think, or will he come in front of square? We'll have to wait and see. He's just in line with the square. We, he's been pushed towards his right now, so he's well in front of square. Deep mid wicket, long on, long off, deep cover. The boundary riders. Firm blow. Taylor will get to it. Just the one run, not chancing their arm. Already given away 2 runouts, the Florida Sunrisers, thanks to Taylor's brilliance. Dot ball from Babwa. This has been a good over so far for the Florida Sunrisers. Quicker delivery, Babwa. Swaroop would think that it's a missed opportunity, short and wide, but that's the end of the 14th over. 94 for 4. What? 70 needed of the last 6 overs. 94 for 4.
Gibran.
Gibran. The exciting run chase is pretty much on. 70 needed of 6 overs. But Swaroop batting on 19 is well set. And as we've seen many a times this short format of game, it changes within 1 or 2 overs very quickly from these kind of situations. So everybody on the edge of the seat as Adil has smashed this one. It's held up in the wind and Hirsch never in doubt. Superb catch under pressure. Went very high and into the wind as well, but Hirsch judged it perfectly. Another good breakthrough for Atlanta Fire as Adil makes the way back to the pavilion. Unlucky Adil, he hit it into the wind and it's a long boundary on that side. It was a solid blow, but Atlanta Fire did need that wicket after an expensive couple of overs. 94 for 5. Swaroop will be back on strike as the new batsman in is, we'll have to wait a minute to inform you who's the next batsman. Fani, he's the next new batsman. He was very good with the ball earlier. In fact, very good with the ball throughout the tournament. Let's see if he's got some big hitting skills because the target is within sight. As I said, Adil was unlucky. He hit it into the wind. If it was the other side of the ground, it would have cleared easily, but held up in the wind. And Hirsch took a good catch. Gibran has Taylor, just a slight fumble. A clean pickup would have created an opportunity as he was looking for a direct hit, but that single means that Foni's back on strike for the first time. 95 for 5. Half the side is back in the pavilion. Another 59 runs needed, or is it 69 runs needed in the remaining 5.2, 5.4 overs? Another length delivery from Gibran. The outfielding has been good. Plummer covers the ground quickly, restricted to just a single. So it's 96 now, and Gibran is bowling his final over of the spell. He would be the first Atlanta Fire bowler to finish his quota of 4 for today. He's gone for what, 16 runs, 17 runs in his first 3 overs. This has been flashed away. Plummer once again quickly off the fence, sends in a strong return. Good cricket. As I said, Atlanta Fire will be very happy if the scoring is in singles at this stage of the innings. As long as there's no big hits, they would feel they're in control. Straight blow down the ground. Hirsch once again in the way. Slightly awkward return, underarm, but batsmen weren't looking for two. 31 deliveries, 66 to win. The target is getting steeper and steeper. Swaroop would have to make a move at some stage. Did this time, up and over. This has gone up in the air. Easy catch. And another wicket. So this chase has been derailed by this over of Gibran. He's picked up a couple of wickets. And Swaroop makes the long walk back. He tried his best. But the going gets tougher and tougher for Florida Sunrisers as they slump to 98 for 6.
Should've got 21.
So the new batsman in is Bhagwan Singh Saini. He's batting at number 8 for the Florida Sunrisers. 98 for 6. They need another 66 runs. A couple of wickets in the last over from Gibran has tilted the balance in favor of Atlanta Fire once again. It's been that kind of a contest as there's a bowling change from the pavilion end as Coy has been brought into the bowling crease. He's already bowled a couple of overs. Left arm spin of Coy. Task is getting difficult for both these batsmen. Swing and a miss. There was an edge by the looks of it, but Antoine has floored it. I think he got a little edge on it. Arupa, do you want to say something? Now the run will bring up the 100 for Florida. Second run in this over. Beg your pardon, it's 99, still one run shy. Both the scorers are on the button here today in the commentary box. Hasn't always been the case during this championship as Coy once again floats it wide outside the off stump, and I think it looks like it's getting further and further away from the Sunrisers as Saini and Fani are swinging at thin air at the moment in this over of Coy. And Coy is doing the same thing as Taylor does, going through his overs very, very quickly. As this one has been slogged into the onside. This time it will bring up the three figures for the Sunrisers. 100 has been brought up, and that's the end of the 16 overs. 100 for 6. 100 for 6. 64 needed in 4 overs. Cut me off already. They do like this. Stop it. Well, as the target getting steeper and steeper, it's not gonna get any easier. As Dar has been brought back into the attack. If you notice, Dar has always bowled from the top end. He's knocked him over as the middle stump is out of the ground. What a sight for any fast bowler. And Dyer has come back and took a wicket. A well-deserved one. He bowled a sensational spell earlier, making the batsman hop around. But this time he's got the reward as well in terms of wickets. So 100 for 7, and this is subsiding very, very quickly now for Florida Sunrisers.
When you guys are telling, then if you hit out, I was telling no. Like yesterday, it's a very, very good ball. That's very dangerous. That's not panic. When you hit ahead, you got to be very careful. What? When you get panic,
Fawny was the latest casualty. The tailenders will have their job cut out facing the hostile pace of Dyer. Dyer would be very intimidating for the tail end of this Florida Sunrisers. The innings has subsided pretty quickly, as it always does. Fall of wickets in a run chase, and I mean, if your wickets fall in clumps, always it's very hard for the run chase to continue. As Dyer has gathered this ball, a direct hit would have had him, as the batsman was probably trying to get away from strike. Dyer climbed high, picked up the ball with one hand, turned around and a shy, but another fiery delivery from Dyer.
two. Hmm? Oh, over. Oh. After that, 3 overs. Probably.
Very impressive Dyer. He's got 1 for 10 so far as he went for the full Yorker. Clipped away off his pads just for a single. 101 now. Another 6 to 3 needed. That's out of question pretty much. Although, as they say, it's never over till it's over, but you can safely say that it will be a miracle. 101 now for 7 will represent a miracle from here. His Dyer is banging it in short once again. Well played, Bhagwan Singh. So that ends the 17th over. 102 for 7. 102 for 7. Don't worry, people don't want to know now.
No? I heard Pedigree changed from the bowling end at 6 times. ఆఫీస్లో కూడా అన్ని ఎక్కువ వాటర్ ఆరగిస్తాను బాడీ.
First ball of the fresh over is Plummer once again. He's a very good outfielder, but on that occasion, a bit of sloppy work from Antoine, or did he slip, I think? So a couple of runs to the total. That would go down against the name of Coy. 104 now. Saini is batting on 4 now. Went for the big hee-haw, missed it completely. 16 deliveries to go, another 60 runs needed. Another smash down the ground, but it will only bring a single. Taylor swoops on it. So 105 now. Coy, quicker delivery outside the off stump. Another dot. As I said, we've had a wonderful day of cricket today. First semi-final, the Michigan Stars chased down a tricky 120 as we watch. This one's in the air. Well judged in the end. The Atlanta Fire, the catching has been good, and that probably could be the difference as Zan was underneath that. And the ground fielding has been good as well. Zan took the catch in the deep, and remember Taylor's run out to begin the innings to get the skipper Sai run out. That could well be the difference between the two teams, as Antoine was dropped a couple of times in the deep, and he made the Florida Sunrisers pay heavily. As I was saying, we had a fantastic day of cricket earlier on. Michigan Stars defeated the Chicago Lions with star left arm spinner from Bangladesh, Abdur Razak, man of the match. He took 5 for 13 in his 4 overs. They're waiting for the winner of this game, which is probably Atlanta Fire now. It's a foregone conclusion for tomorrow's big finale. What a wonderful game we expect tomorrow as another swing and a miss. So 18 gone, 105 for 8. Tomorrow's big finale, that will be 11 o'clock in the morning here at Lincoln Park. And two best teams of the tournament would be qualifying for that final, as Atlanta Fire is almost with 1 foot in the door already for that final. With only 2 overs to go, 659 runs needed. It's only academic, although mathematically possible, but practically it will be a miracle of monumental stature. But Dyer is bowling once again, and earlier on in the day as well, we saw fantastic fight back from Atlanta Fire as well. Their innings was stuttering at the halfway stage at 56 for 3, but Antoine made a stunning contribution, making 76 runs unbeaten. Some monstrous blows in his innings, and at the halfway stage of this innings, the Florida Sunrisers were way ahead, but the comeback from Atlanta Fire has been amazing as they're still fighting, although the result, as I said, is foregone conclusion, but they're giving nothing away. Good bit of backup from Coy preventing the overthrows. That's the sign of a very professional outfit, even though the result is in the bag, but still they take pride in every ball they bowl or every run they give away. It's a sign of a very good unit. It's a sign of a very good team spirit as well. As Dyer is looking to hit the stumps, as Babwa on that occasion allows the single. As I said long time ago, singles are not going to hurt. And as it happens now, single would not make any difference to the result of this match. Coy was pretty good with the ball. He got 2 for 20, and Gibran was 2 for 21 in his 4 overs. Dyer might not have got all the wickets, but he was very impressive once again. So was the fielding. First two wickets were dismissed because of the run out. Sensational piece of fielding from Stephen Taylor to dismiss Sai in the very first over, or in the second over, I beg your pardon, and then to follow that up with another prolific batsman, Vijay. As the tail is facing the music from Dyer. This one was lifting. Nasty delivery. As batsman is ducking and weaving out of the way. Dyer is on fire.
Camping like it extra bounce to the pitch. So nice. Rhythm ball. Sometimes if camping is good.
Another short pitch delivery. This time played well. Typical fast bowler's aggression. Tailenders are hopping left, right, and center. They always enjoy that. 109 for 8. We got 7 deliveries to go in this match. And swing and a miss from the batsman as he's looking to the umpire for a wide, but over is the call. So 109 for 8 after 19. 109 for 8 after 19. 19.
Hello. হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ যাবো তো আমি তো কালকে তো যাবো জানি আমি ওকে দেখছি টাইলার
Here we go, the final over of this semi-final. 109. Another, what, 55 runs needed, but that won't be possible. So Taylor is into the attack, and he's going to finish it off from the pavilion end. This has been a comprehensive win, a thorough team effort from Atlanta Fire. Some really wonderful contributions, as this one has been smashed over the cow corner, over the fence for a 6 runs. So the Florida Sunrisers are fighting till the bitter end with only 4 deliveries to go. The batsman Saini, he's giving it a good go. Taylor looking to buy a wicket. This one's floated in the air. Plummer, will he get it? Yes, wonderful catch once again. The deep catching, the outfield catching has been superb from Atlanta Fire. And once again, it's Plummer safe as houses as Saini departs. 115 for 8. The last man is in. 115 for 9. 3 deliveries to go. Taylor going through his over very quickly. Short has been pulled into the deep. There's a lone sweeper out there. Just a single, a very strong return back to the keeper's end. So 116 for 9. And Final delivery of this semi-final about to come up as Atlanta Fire is about to book their place into the championship game for tomorrow. They do, as there's a big shout, but umpire has says nothing doing. So the players will shake hands, and Florida Sunrisers would finish with 116 for 9 in their 20 overs. A wonderful performance from Atlanta Fire. A great game of cricket. Very competitive for most part of it. But eventually the strength and depth of Atlanta Fire proved a bit too much for Florida Sunrisers. As the players shake hand, the Atlanta Fires are celebrating and they're into the championship game once again. As I said, they've already won 2 championships in the last 3 months, and they will have a shot at another one tomorrow. You see, Antoine's innings earlier in the day was a sensational piece of power hitting. He rescued the innings along with Zan for Atlanta Fire. He was the top scorer with 76. Zan made 40. He batted equally well, and as for most part, the bowling for Sunrisers were very good, but the fifth bowler cost them a lot as Swaroop went for many. But when it comes to the run chase, the skipper size began very, very well, but he ran himself out to Stephen Taylor. Sensational piece of fielding work. But whilst the run chase was derailed because a lot of the wickets fell in a clump and wickets were shared around for Atlanta Fire. Jabran taking 2, Coy took 2 wickets, Taylor took 1 as well to go with his sensational runouts at the beginning of the inning. So all in all, a fantastic performance and a comprehensive win for Atlanta Fire. They will be playing the final tomorrow. We'll be having a presentation in a short while, but from the commentary team here, I'll have to say goodbye to you, and thank you very much for watching this broadcast. I hope you enjoyed it. And from all of us here from the commentary team, we'll see you tomorrow morning for the big final. But stay tuned for the presentation. From all of us here, goodbye and good night.